Alright, in today's fun and exciting lesson, what we're going to be learning are parallel and perpendicular lines and how they relate to linear equations. What a fun day to do some math. Here we go. Parallel and perpendicular. Parallel lines imply the following. Parallel implies you have the same slope. So the slopes of two lines that are parallel are exactly identical. Okay, so these two lines, line 1 and line 2, 1 and 2 have the same slope. Awesome. Now, what does perpendicular mean? Well, perpendicular implies that the slopes are negative reciprocals. Now, what does that mean? What this means is you have two slopes, as an example. Let's say one slope is 1 over 2. Negative reciprocals are flipped ratios. And also, you have, on top of that, a sign change. You see, the sign on the fraction on the left is a positive. The sign on the fraction on the right is a negative. What I call this is flippy switchy, because you flip the fraction and you switch the sign. Flippy switchy. So that's what really That's what negative reciprocals truly are. They are slopes that have undergone a flippy switchy. Hashtag math with Marty. So I've now dealt with parallel and perpendicular slope definitions. Let's use them in action, shall we? So on the next page, what we're going to have to do is write the following equation. So write the equation of the line that passes through 1, 2 and is parallel to y equals negative 3 over 2x minus 5. So folks, I need an equation. So the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. I need two terms. I need two values. And those two values are the slope and the y-intercept. If I can get those two, then I can write out my equation of the line as y equals mx plus b. So how do I get m? Well, you got to read the statement. It's saying that I got the equation of the line. I need to get the equation of the line that passes through 1, 2 and is parallel to this line. Now, we already talked about what parallel meant. You see, in the line above, parallel meant that you had the same slope. So the equation of the line that you want and the equation of the line that's given to you have the identical slope. The slope of the line given to you is right there. M equals negative 3 over 2. So what do you think this is? That slope in the red equation, the equation I'm trying to find, has to be negative 3 over 2, since they're parallel. Now the question is, how the hell do I get b? How do I get that y-intercept? Well, I've been given a point. The point that the line is going to be on has an x-coordinate of 1 and a y-coordinate of 2. So guess what? what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in y and x, and I'll only have one letter to solve for. And I can find that letter. I can find the y-intercept. What's x and what's y? Well, x is 1 and y is 2. So if I just plug in that information, x is 1, y is 2, and try to solve for the y-intercept, I will get the following. I will get negative 3 over 2 plus b equals 2. And then all I have to do is move the negative 3 over 2 over to the other side. I will end up getting 2, and the sign over here actually changes on the left side, and it turns into a plus. Plus 3 over 2 equals b. Now what's the denominator on 2? Well, if I don't see it, it's got to be a 1. And now all I have to do is convert to a common denominator. So I multiply the bottom and the top by 2. And I will end up getting b equals 4 over 2 plus 3 over 2. And so the y-intercept is just going to be 7 over 2. Now, I have b. I have m. So my equation, folks, is y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 7 over 2. There you go. That's the equation of the line that is parallel to this equation, but also goes through this point. So that's an example of using parallel in a math problem. What about using perpendicular? So we're going to use the same format. Write the equation of the line perpendicular to y equals negative 2x minus 3 and goes through two, comma 3. So we need the equation of the line perpendicular to this equation, and it goes through this x and this y. What does perpendicular mean? Perpendicular means the slopes are negative reciprocals. The slope of this line, guys, is negative 2. So I have a slope of negative 2, and negative 2 can be written as negative 2 over 1. Therefore, the slope of the line perpendicular to it will be a flippy switchy. I flip the numbers and I change the sign. So I've already figured out my slope. Now all I need to do is figure out my y-intercept, and I've got the 2 points. I've got the 2 coordinates x and y. X is 2, y is 3. So here we go. 3 equals 1 over 2 times 2 plus b. So all I've done is I've plugged that point into y equals mx plus b. Y, this is mx plus b. Okay, so all I've done is I've plugged in information. So now I need to note that the number underneath the 2 is 1, and I can just apply the math. 2 over 2 plus b equals 3. 2 over 2 can be reduced to 1. And now all I have to do is move that 1 over, and I get 3 minus 1 equals to b, and so b equals 2. Therefore, my equation, folks, is y equals 1 over 2x plus 2. That is the equation of the line that is perpendicular to this line, but then also goes through an x of 2 and a y of 3. And that's it. That is dealing with parallel and perpendicular lines. I hope this video was informative. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good day or are having a good day. And I'll see you in the next one. If you did enjoy it, please like, follow, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I love you. Bye.